Quaid Azam, Part 329. He convinced me of his sincerity, and I told him so. He also agreed that I should discuss this plan with Maulana Azad and Nehru, and so this continued until finally he said that he proposed also to discuss it with those, and with Mr. Kripalani. He agreed as to supreme importance of the complete secrecy, particularly as far as the press were concerned. He asked if he might quote me as being in favor of this plan, to which I replied that the most he could say was that I was very interested by it, but that I would require an assurance from some of the other leaders that they considered it capable of being implemented before I would commit myself to its support. Having gone into Gandhi, as Mountbatten inelegantly records, it was now time for the Viceroy to attend to his meeting with the man who held the key to the whole situation, whom Mountbatten's memoirs recount as frigid, haughty, disdainful, the man with matching vanity, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He could not trick him. The flair, but not entirely the charm, failed him here with Jinnah. The latter did regard the Viceroy, but he never got on any terms of understanding and accommodation with him. After all, Jinnah was an advocate of the first order. He could and did use sharp points of constitutional law to back his case, but also knew superbly well how to win a case on a weak brief by technical procedures. It is open to speculation whether events would have gone differently had the Viceroy accepted from the start Jinnah's purpose of Pakistan as no less valid and right than Nehru's purpose of independence, for after all, both ends were equally implicit in his mandate. In other words, had Mountbatten endeavoured to disarm rather than confront the champion of Muslim League. This took place on 5 and 6 April, a month before his earlier recounted meeting with Churchill. Mountbatten was doubtless moving with great energy and dispatch. He was devoting considerable time ascertaining the views at first hand of the principal personality who were then active on Indian scene. Mountbatten's papers record this meeting starting with a somewhat taut observation. After having acted for some time in gracious Tea Party hostess manner, he eventually said that he had come to tell me exactly what he was prepared to accept. To this Mountbatten demurred, saying that I did not want to hear that at this stage. The object of this first interview was that we should make each other's acquaintance. For half an hour more he made monosyllabic replies to my attempts for the conversation. But 1.5 hours after the interview started, he was joking, and by the end of our talk last night, 6th April, when he came to dinner and stayed until half an hour past midnight, the ice was really broken. Our talks covered all subjects. I made it clear to him that I had not yet made up my mind what solutions recommend to His Majesty's government, and that at the present I was utterly impartial, but I explained that it was my policy to make decision as soon as possible after seeing all concerned. He agreed about not forcing the pace, but assenting that whereas the whole of India was awaiting a quick decision, and that decision must be right one. I added that the problem as I saw it at the moment was not so much what to do, but how to do it in the time, a very curious and somewhat alarming definition of his aim, Outcome not important, speed of the execution was all very important. And this was in fact reported by him.